Let the commencement begin. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome New Jersey Institute of Technology's class of 2026, representing each of NJIT's college and schools. Newark College of Engineering, founded in 1919. J. Robert and Barbara A. Hillier College of Architecture and Design, founded in 1973. Jordan Hu College of Science and Liberal Arts, founded in 1982. Albert Dorman Honors College, founded in 1985. Martin Tuchman School of Management, founded in 1988. Ying Wu College of Computing, founded in 2001. Ladies and gentlemen, now entering down the center aisle, the distinguished faculty of the university. Ladies and gentlemen, now entering down the center aisle, representatives of the Golden Highlanders, NJIT's most senior alumni, as members of the Alumni Association, founded in 2008, followed by the NJIT faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Board of Trustees, the Foundation Board of Directors, university officers, deans, academic leadership, and honored guests of the university. Followed by Provost Dr. John Polesko, this year's Mace Bearer, Vice Provost for Undergraduate Studies, Dr. Laurent Simon, and the President of NJIT, Dr. Tek C. Lim.
Good morning, class of 2026. Members of the faculty and distinguished guests, as Provost of the New Jersey Institute of Technology, I hereby call this commencement ceremony to order. Please rise for the presentation of colors by the members of the Air Force ROTC Detachment 490 and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem performed by Mira James and Caitlin Wong. Ladies and gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Honored guests, faculty, friends, family, and graduates, I'm pleased to welcome you to the 2026 commencement ceremony, honoring candidates for bachelor's degrees from all of our colleges and schools. We hope you will enjoy this ceremony and remember it fondly for many years to come. Because this is a special day for all of our graduates, we ask that you stay until the event concludes so that everyone will feel valued by your presence. Now, let me introduce the members of the stage party. I'm going to ask them to please rise to be recognized and ask everyone to kindly hold your applause until I've introduced everyone. We'll start with the individuals from our boards. From the NJIT Board of Trustees, Chair Robert Cohen, Co-Vice Chairs Elisa Charters, Norma Clayton, Nick DiNicolo, Jim Stamatis, Daraj Shah, and Dennis Toft. Trustees Adam Broder, Diane Montalto, Adam Shane, and Kim Fearlig. From NJIT's Foundation Board of Directors, Chair Steve Saperstein, and Directors Donald Flood, Carlos Fonseca, John McCann, Bob Medina, Patrick Natal, Karen Fryer, and John Seesholtz. Next, I invite NJIT's 9th President, Tex C. Lim, to please rise. Next, I invite the deans of our schools and colleges to rise. Dean Moshe Kam, Newark College of Engineering, Dean Gabriella Spurdy, J. Robert and Barbara A. Hillier College of Architecture and Design, Dean Kevin Belfield, Jordan Hu College of Science and Liberal Arts, Dean Lewis Hamilton, the Albert Dorman Honors College, Dean Oya Tekel, the Martin Tuckman School of Management, and Dean Jamie Payton, the Yingwu College of Computing. Followed by the members of the President's Cabinet. Please rise. Next, would all the additional leadership from our schools and colleges please rise. And finally, I would like to introduce today's honorary degree recipients, John Martinson, Virginia Sulzberger, and the Governor of the great state of New Jersey, the Honorable Mikey Sherrill. Let's give them all a round of applause. You may be seated. I also want to acknowledge a very important group who helped each graduate reach this milestone, the members of our faculty. These dedicated professionals have provided you with valuable classroom instruction and have contributed to your intellectual growth in labs, in the field, and in the community. They've served as teachers, as mentors, and as role models, guiding you towards academic achievement and preparing you for your future endeavors, whether it be further study, entry into the workforce, or pursuing other post-commencement adventures. I'd like to ask all of the members of the faculty, including those up here on the stage, to please rise and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. Now, it is my great privilege to recognize the class of 2026. Can we give a round of applause for all of today's graduates? Let me hear you. There are a few groups within today's graduates that I'd like to especially acknowledge. A number of our candidates for baccalaureate degrees are wearing medallions signifying that they're graduating with academic honors, Latin honors, and membership in nationally recognized honor societies appropriate to their discipline. Would any student wearing such a medallion please rise? It's an awful lot of you. Congratulations. You can sit. I would also like to acknowledge and thank those members from the graduating class who have served in the armed forces of the United States or the armed forces of any nation, and those who are part of our ROTC programs. If you're a part of our ROTC programs or a member of the armed forces, would you please rise to be recognized? Thank you for your service. You may sit. And finally, many of you here today are the very first member of your family to earn a college degree. I'd like to especially recognize our first-generation college graduates from the class of 2026. If you are the first in your family to receive a college degree, would you please rise to be recognized? Congratulations, you may be seated. I would also like to thank our senior class president, Jonathan Gailey, who was our class crier earlier today. Later in the ceremony, Jonathan will receive a Bachelor of Arts in Biology. He did a great job with the opening. Let's give Jonathan a round of applause. I now call upon Dean Lewis Hamilton of the Albert Dorman Honors College.
Thank you. Today, as we recognize the accomplishments of our scholars, we also pause to honor the legacy of alumnus Albert Dorman, the visionary founding benefactor of the Honors College, who recently passed away. An inspired and motivated student, Dr. Dorman graduated first in his class in 1945 at the age of 19. He went on to become the founding chair and CEO of AECOM, a member of the National Academy of Engineering, and a fellow of the American Institute of Architects. In 1995, Dr. Dorman's leadership and support led to the elevation of NJIT's honors program into its first named college. It is thought to be the first honors college at a public polytechnic university. His remarks at the college's 25th anniversary bear repeating today, so listen well, graduates, as I quote. "I want to challenge all of you to become committed, to augment your technical skills with other skills, to make it a lifelong duty to define and achieve important social as well as scientific goals, and an action plan for the common good." Now, will the Albert Dorman Honors College medal recipients please rise? Having completed the rigorous honors curriculum and contributed over 35,000 hours of service to NJIT and our great city of Newark, the candidates of the Albert Dorman Honors College wear the blue and gold ribbon on their medals with pride. This distinction, along with their associated degree discipline, will be bestowed upon each of them. Congratulations. I now would like to introduce our student speaker, who will be receiving a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. Please join me in welcoming Brian Dong, Student Senate President.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Dean Hamilton. Good morning, everyone. My name is Brian Dong, the Student Senate President, and I have the honor to be speaking to you all today. I wish I could say I know everyone from the class of 2026, but regretfully, I cannot. For those of you I have not met, I want to thank you for making NJIT the community it is, and for those of you I have met, I am forever grateful for our connections. Everyone here has created the NJIT I've learned to love and the community that has fostered the best 4 years of my life. Many of us have long seen how successful our peers are and use that as a benchmark to put ourselves down. Prioritizing this sense of competition over acknowledging your own accomplishments leads to an insatiable desire for more. Some of us are graduating early, on time, or some even later than expected. But we are all on our own timelines, and remembering that is the key to living life to the fullest. A widely known quote states, "Comparison is the thief of joy," and it speaks to the same pain. When we compare ourselves to others, we diminish our own happiness and devalue what we have. I'll admit, I was also in a race against a clock that didn't exist. And once I stopped comparing myself to those around me and focused on what truly worked for me, it gave me the opportunity to be standing here today. Originally, I was trying to rush my way out of NJIT, but slowing down changed everything. I initially planned to graduate early, but thankfully, I didn't. I thought graduating early was the only way to win, but I realized that sprinting for the exit, I was just rushing away from the home I'd worked so hard to build. In time, I chose to graduate on time to fully experience as much as I could from NJIT. These past few months truly defined my time here, and imagining leaving here without meeting the incredible people I met makes me so happy I stayed. Not only for those new friends, or for being up here today, but graduating now means I graduate with the class that truly made NJIT memorable for me. Figuring out how to break that initial mindset is what made my NJIT experience something I can look back on fondly. I learned to start giving myself credit for taking those hard classes, for talking to people, even when I didn't know them, and for putting myself out there. Being here at NJIT, I've done so many things. Some I've wanted to do for years, others I've never dreamed of doing. All those experiences, interactions, and connections are part of my success, not just the grades on my transcript, and I hope you can all say the same. Success, in whichever way it presents itself, is something to be celebrated. That success can be seen in the persistence it took to debug a project at 3 a.m., the moment you finally found your voice, or the courage to ask that first question. It's the version of yourself, the one you discovered when things didn't go according to plan. That is what led you all to be here today. Your path doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It just has to be yours. Some come from a long lineage of graduates. Some are the first in their family to do so, and others have taken a non-traditional path. While all our stories are different, what matters now is that even without the same opportunities, we are all here being celebrated as the NJIT class of 2026. Everything we have been through, all that we have accomplished, is being honored here today by everyone in this room. However long your time has been at NJIT, it has taught us to continue trying to achieve our goals. As we know by standing here today, eventually it will all work out. Your efforts will be recognized, your voice will be heard, and whatever path you take, as long as it's right for you, will lead you to great things. To everyone, take each day, make it your own, and be proud of how far you've come. No matter how hard or impossible it is, never lose sight of your goal. Thank you and congratulations, NJIT class of 2026.
Good job.
Thank you, Brian. My name is Alfred Martinez, and on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Alumni Association, I welcome you and the graduating class of 2026 as the newest members of the Alumni Association of NJIT. I would also like to recognize the alumni present today who graduated in 1976 or before. Would the Golden Highlanders please rise? We would also like to acknowledge the most senior alumnus marching today, Jean Nemick, class of 1962. Please come forward to be recognized.
I now call upon Robert Cohen, Chair of the Board of Trustees, to confer the honorary doctorate degrees.
Thank you, Provost Palesko. At this time, we move to the presentation of the awards and honors the university bestows each year. The extraordinary individuals we recognize today with honorary degrees, the university's highest honor, were selected on the basis of their contributions to their profession and to society at large. I now call upon Trustee Elisa Charters to present our first honorary doctorate awarded to Virginia Sulzberger.
We are honored here today to celebrate Virginia Sulzberger, a visionary engineer whose work has literally kept the lights on across North America. A proud double alumna of NJIT, Virginia earned both her bachelor's degree and her master's degree in electrical engineering here before embarking on a trailblazing career. Following impactful roles at Exxon Enterprises, PSE&G, Virginia served as Director of Engineering at the North American Electric Reliability Council for 2 decades. She is a recipient of our Edward F. Weston Medal and the NCE Outstanding Alumni Award. She has made history in 2015 as the first woman in the United States elected to the Electric Power and Energy Systems Engineering section of the National Academy of Engineering. For her lifetime engineering excellence and unparalleled leadership, the Board of Trustees of New Jersey Institute of Technology is pleased to confer the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa upon Virginia Sulzberger. I invite Ms. Virginia Sulzberger to the podium.
Good morning. I think it may be the afternoon by now. Good morning to NJIT President Dr. Lim, Provost Palesko, the deans of the NJIT colleges, the faculty, the Board of Trustees, and the Foundation Board of Trustees, the 2026 NJIT graduates, alumni, family, and friends. Thank you to NJIT for this incredible honor of receiving the Honorary Doctor of Science degree from my alma mater. I am truly grateful. When Dr. Lim called me about the award, I was really surprised. Never did I ever think about receiving such an award, especially as an honorary degree. Thank you to those who nominated me, and thank you to those who approved my nomination. I am very appreciative of your efforts, so thank you all. I have some special family and friends here to see me get this honorary degree. In particular, I want to thank my sister Sandra and her husband, Dr. Bruce Lefcon, for their support. I also want to acknowledge the 2 women with whom I graduated from Newark College of Engineering in 1962. These women are Edith Jeffrey, who majored in electrical engineering, as I also did, and Leona Seesholz, who majored in mechanical engineering. The 3 of us, the 3 Musketeers, were the only women in the NCE class of 1962, with close to 400 male graduates. Thank you. We represented only 1% of the total NCE bachelor's degrees in '62. As a comparison, I recently had the opportunity to look at a 2024 commencement program for the school, and in 2024, the NCE graduated 800 engineers. Of the 800, 120 were women, 15%. I was pleased to see the growth in engineering for both women and men. I'm also impressed with the growing national recognition that NJIT has achieved in the last recent years. I expect that NJIT's good reputation and ranking will continue to grow even larger and higher with the excellent leadership of President Lim and the support of his administration. Congratulations to all of each and every one of you of the NJIT's class of 2026 who will be receiving their degrees today. I believe that each of you has already made one of the best major decisions in your life. That is, in choosing NJIT as your college of choice. By receiving your degree today, you also have demonstrated that you have the education, background, and potential to do well in your choice of career. Remember, learning does not stop with today's college diploma. You need to accept the fact that you will have to continue to study and learn on the job throughout your career. Stay true to yourself and your own standards and values, but don't be afraid to accept new challenges, opportunities, or positions in connection with what you want to achieve. My best wishes to the class of 2026 NJIT graduates for a long and fruitful career, and as well as good health, happiness, and much wealth as you pursue your dreams. To NJIT, thank you again for topping my career with the Honorary Doctor of Science degree, which I call the Nobel Prize of NJIT. It was very much appreciated. In closing, I wish that all of you have a wonderful rest of the day celebrating your NJIT degrees. and happy and great holiday weekend to all of you. Thank you, NJIT. I love you.
Thank you. Congratulations, Virginia. Now, it is my distinct honor to introduce our honorary doctorate recipient and today's commencement speaker, a leader whose entire life has been defined by unwavering service to our nation and to the state of New Jersey, Governor Mikey Sherrill. As a U.S. Naval Academy graduate, Navy helicopter pilot, former federal prosecutor, former congressional representative of New Jersey's 11th District, and now governor, Sherrill's career has been defined by the service to her country and to New Jersey. Sherrill was inspired to join the military by her grandfather, a World War II veteran. After graduating from the Naval Academy in 1994, the first class of women eligible for combat roles on ships and aircraft, she spent almost 10 years of active duty in the United States Navy. As a Sea King helicopter pilot, she led missions throughout Europe and the Middle East. She worked on the battle watch floor in the European theater during the Iraq War, served as a flag aide to the deputy commander of the U.S. Atlantic Fleet, and was a Russian policy advisor aiding in the implementation of our nuclear treaty obligations while overseeing the relationship between the U.S. Navy and the Russian Federation Navy. Following her service in the Navy, Sherrill earned a master's degree from the London School of Economics and a law degree from Georgetown University. She subsequently worked in the private practice and later joined the U.S. Attorney's Office in New Jersey. As an outreach and reentry coordinator, Sherrill established programs to develop trust between law enforcement and the communities they served and help people leaving prison to gain employment, housing, and education in order to restart their lives. Later, as an assistant U.S. attorney, she prosecuted numerous federal cases. Sherrill was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 2019 and served there until she was elected as New Jersey's 57th governor and began her term in January 2026. In the House of Representatives, Sherrill championed funding for education, and as governor, she has proposed creating a $50 million Garden State Tech Founding Fund that would be a public-private partnership aimed at providing mentorship and seed funding to STEM graduates who launch startups in New Jersey. For her extraordinary courage, her lifelong commitment to public service, and her inspiring leadership, please join me in welcoming the Honorary Mikey Sherrill to the stage to receive her honorary doctorate. I now invite Governor Sherrill to the podium to deliver today's commencement address.
Thank you so much, President Lim, Provost Palesko, Board Chair Cohen, Brian, what a wonderful speech about your time here. And good morning and congratulations to the class of 2026. What an incredible accomplishment. I also want to give a huge hand to your families and loved ones who supported you along the way. Today, you're about to begin a life of adventure and challenge. And as I was thinking about what I could share with you in these few moments we have together, I thought back to when I was your age, back when self-driving cars and AI only existed in science fiction novels. I was raised on my grandparents' stories of what's been called the greatest generation. Men and women who grew up in the Depression, fought in World War II, and rebuilt our economy by putting the greater good over personal gain. When I was born, the Vietnam War was just ending. Watergate was coming to light, and that brought its own uncertainty for the future. But by the time I started at the Naval Academy in 1990, the Berlin Wall had just fallen. The Cold War was over. The world's greatest conflicts seemed to have ended. And the internet was opening up societies and giving a voice to people around the world who'd never been heard. There was a real sense that democracy had won, and maybe we wouldn't have to fight so hard anymore to protect it. But then 9/11 happened. And in the 20 years of war that followed, the values that we'd once fought for felt all but forgotten. Instead of defending human rights, America was implicated in stories of torture and rendition. And as I stand here trying to chart out how we got to where we are now as a country, I keep coming back to that time. Because you see, democracy demands a belief in the value of all people, a belief that only together can we find our way forward. And it's true that there are people out there who are only in it for themselves, who'd crash the global economy and attack our freedoms and rights for their own personal gain. And it's true that when faced with injustice, there are others who'd rather keep quiet than fight. But that's not you. No matter where your family started, today with this degree, you are more powerful than ever. You will chart the path forward, not just for New Jersey, but for the entire country. And I see the best of our history in all of you, the best of our future. This country was built by immigrants who came here for freedom, or for opportunity, or to receive a world-class education. By Americans whose families have been here for generations. Whose parents started with nothing and now have businesses and dreams to pass on to their kids. By innovators who've made groundbreaking discoveries that have changed lives. Today, many of you become the first in your families to graduate from college. You've carried your loved one's hopes with you, driven to make them proud, to give something back, to build something new. You earned a spot in one of our state's toughest universities. The research, the curiosity, the sense of community, the doors opening to opportunity, that's what the best of this school and the best of New Jersey is all about. It's people like you who make us who we are, the most innovative, dynamic, diverse state in America. And as we all know here, New Jersey has always punched above its weight. We have the most scientists and engineers per square mile. Today, you guys add to that the best entrepreneurs and builders, the boldest research hubs, from Bell Labs to your Center for Solar Terrestrial Research. New Jersey invented everything from the light bulb to the moving picture to the laser. We've inspired visionaries from Thomas Edison to Albert Einstein. We've produced artists from Sinatra to Springsteen to SZA, and we have never shied away from a challenge or backed down from a fight. This is the place where all of you have come of age. It's the legacy you inherit, and now you need to drive it forward. And it's exactly what we need to meet tomorrow's challenges. Because like the greatest generation years ago, all of you have been tested by a pandemic, by political division, by social media-driven hate, by rising costs and fears of ICE, and yes, by AI as well. You know better than anyone what an unprecedented challenge AI presents. Many of you were barely freshmen on the day that ChatGPT was first released into the world, transforming what you expected of college and a career and upending our thinking around things as fundamental as jobs, energy, and ethics. This brave new world raises more questions than answers. I hear your doubt. I understand your concern. And I'm committed to working with you to make sure that AI works for all of us. Everything I have done in my life has taught me that our biggest problems are solvable, and we're the ones to solve them. It's true more now than ever, when so much is uncharted and so much is new. You are scientists and engineers. You have a unique capacity to imagine new possibilities and build them from scratch. To the rest of the world, you're already leaders and emerging authorities on the key issues of our time. So at this crossroads, it's no exaggeration to say how you choose to respond to today's challenges will determine our future. So, will you choose a life that brings the most amount of good to the most amount of people? Everything I have seen tells me that's exactly what you'll do. You're more empathetic, thoughtful, and tested than any generation in memory. You know the promise of America, and you faced her shortcomings with clear eyes. And you're trained problem solvers, set to apply your engineering mindset to life, to fix the countless challenges that arise. So, as you look to the future, I'll offer a few tips. First, do something, big or small, that makes the world a better place. It'll help others, and it'll give you a happier, purpose-driven life. Be a biomedical engineer who develops life-saving medical devices. Be an architect who considers the broader community's needs in your designs. Be a data scientist who moonlights as a basketball coach, or an entrepreneur who tutors neighborhood kids, or plants trees, or registers voters, all things that many of you have done in these last 4 years. My second tip is stay curious. If you disagree with someone, ask how they came to think that way. Push yourself on your own ideas. Try to learn something new every day. Third, and this is a tough one, don't be a martyr. Bad things happen to good people. If you only focus on how you were wronged, you'll make yourself miserable and nothing will change. So keep going. Don't give up. You have the training, you have the tools you need. Use them to build the future you want to see. And this is my next point, you have to be optimistic. Past generations aren't used to this pace of change, but you are. Stay open to new possibilities, even if you started out with a different plan. And finally, always dream big. I was recently at a graduation where the speaker suggested that students dream small, that it was in these small little ways that they'd succeed. That is not good advice for you, NJIT. This is one of the most rigorous schools in New Jersey. You fought to get here. You worked extra jobs. You studied all night, and you never, not even once, walked under the clock tower. You know what it takes. You know how to set your sights high. Keep them there. You'll fall short sometimes. We all do. But even in those moments, new doors will be open that you'd never considered. People said I couldn't do most of what I've done in life. Become a Navy helicopter pilot, a congresswoman, a governor. There will always be doubters. There will always be setbacks. Don't let that stop you. As FDR said about the greatest generation, all of you have a rendezvous with destiny. It's normal in life to want things to be easy, but that's not the world you've inherited. But interesting people, Good people, courageous people come from hard times. People like all of you. So as you prepare to leave here today, look around at the classmates you've come to love and respect. Think of the tremendous courage they've shown, getting here, pushing through, never letting go of their dreams. Think of the courage you've found to do all of that as well. Let it carry you forward to your rendezvous with destiny. So congratulations, class of 2026. We are rooting for you in all that's ahead.
Thank you, Governor Sherrill, for sharing those inspiring words with our soon-to-be newest NJIT alumni. I know your responsibilities require you to depart, but it was an honor to have you here and join us this morning. Please, let's give Governor Sherrill one more round of applause. Thank you. Now for our last honorary doctorate, I now call upon Trustee Diraj Shah to present our next honorary doctorate to Mr. John Martinson. Diraj?
Good morning, soon-to-be graduates, family, friends, and the NJIT community. It's a distinct honor to introduce our next honorary doctorate candidate, Dr. John Martinson. John's foundation of excellence began at the U.S. Air Force Academy. In service of our country, he demonstrated extraordinary bravery, flying 500 combat missions and earning the prestigious Distinguished Flying Cross. He went on to earn a master's in astronautics from Purdue Universities and an MBA from Southern Illinois University, laying the groundwork for an exceptional business career. For nearly 5 decades, John Martinson has been a visionary in the software and venture capital industries. As the founder of Edison Partners and current chair of Martinson Ventures, he has championed vital innovations across healthcare, education, and finance. Yet, his immense success in business is matched only by his incredible generosity. Through the Martinson Family Foundation, he has championed K-12 STEM education and supported numerous universities, including right here at NJIT, where our Honors College Residence Hall proudly bears his name. For his lifetime of service, his dedication to educational advancement, and his visionary leadership, please join me in welcoming John H. Martinson to the stage to receive his honorary doctorate.
I'm deeply honored for this recognition. I'm especially grateful to 2 individuals that I work closely with here at NJIT. The first is Fadi Deek, the former provost, where I've had a 25-year-plus relationship working on many K-12 projects. And next to Dean Lewis Hamilton, who was a speaker here previously, and the wonderful Dorman Honors College here, which is one of the best in the country. I'm going to be very brief in my remarks because we really want to get to the big show of getting diplomas here today. But I wanted to give a little bit of very practical advice and things that I wish I had accelerated because I realize you're at a fast pace. First, really go at your career. I'm a big believer in finding mentors and getting their advice, in particular from Highlander alumni. I urge similarly to consider lifelong learning. You can get master's degrees while working, lots of ways to learn online. Most importantly, stay engaged with NJIT. Network with alumni, attend events, recruit students and hire graduates. Encourage high school students and adult learners to get an NJIT degree just like you did. One aspect today is start a family. You are going to have a great career, share it. I think there's no greater joy in life than being a parent, and it's even better as a grandparent. And I'm most envious of those rare individuals who get to be a great grandparent. Aim to purchase a home. Volunteer in your community. And one thing I regret is I didn't serve in the military reserves. There's such camaraderie in doing that. Over the last 30 years, NJIT has wisely used my gifts, and that's why I keep coming back. I urge you to volunteer your time and your creativity. Leave here today thanking your outstanding faculty, leadership, and staff. And most of all, celebrate this great day with your family and friends. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Can we give one more round of applause to today's honorary guests? We now turn to the presentation of candidates for earned degrees of the class of 2026. It's time to begin that portion of the program where we recognize our newest alumni. Now, each year, NJIT awards the President's Medal for Academic Excellence to the students who have achieved a perfect grade point average of 4.0 and who have earned 60 or more NJIT credits. It's my honor to congratulate the students who achieved a perfect grade point average. Will the members of the class of 2026 receiving the President's Medal for Academic Excellence come forward to receive your medal and be the very first to receive your degrees?
Uma H. Bapat, Albert Dorman Honors College. Datha Sai Bindumalam Venkata, summa cum laude. Shreyas Saibola, summa cum laude. Kyle Branco, summa cum laude. Anmol Doss, summa cum laude. Hojun Han, summa cum laude. Leah Marie Boak, summa cum laude. Kia Gulati, summa cum laude. Fatima Efe Hirani, summa cum laude. Aiden Cole Johnson, summa cum laude. Sai Neha Kandru, Albert Dorman Honors College. Elena Hanul Kielich, Albert Dorman Honors College. Megan A. Konomi Giovanni, summa cum laude. Mason Elliott Kovac, summa cum laude. Zachary Kuzak, summa cum laude. Ayush Amit Mehta, summa cum laude. Arush Mishra, summa cum laude. Samantha Joy Montalbine, summa cum laude. Antoine Ajani Murray, summa cum laude. Richard Ung, summa cum laude. Melanio Francisco Nistal, summa cum laude. Mark Nievgen, summa cum laude. Michael Nicholas Piscopo, summa cum laude. Aditya Singh Rathod, summa cum laude. Sudiksha Sahu, summa cum laude. Emilia Savich, summa cum laude. Brock Shahinian, summa cum laude.
Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, it is my great honor to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the schools and colleges of the university. These candidates, by satisfactorily completing their current semester of academic work, meet all the requirements for their degrees as specified by the college deans and the faculty. Congratulations to you all. Would candidates receiving a bachelor's degree please come forward? First row may approach the stage. The rest of the candidates may be seated.
Daniel John Dransfield, Albert Dorman Honors College. Al-Kabir Hadi Owens. Khadija Soni Bangura, cum laude. Pranav Reddy Anthapu, summa cum laude. Natalia J. Pena, cum laude. Sophie Isolda Kalish, summa cum laude. Megan Marie Kincaid, summa cum laude. Liam Solomon Shalata Heber, cum laude. Rishika Jindal, cum laude. Sena Us, cum laude. Dev Bharat Kumar Doshi, summa cum laude. Soham Shashikumar, summa cum laude. Esai David Jacobson, summa cum laude. Aditya Mohana, summa cum laude. John M. Mooring, summa cum laude. Nabiya Zahir Chaudhry, summa cum laude. Austin Chen, Albert Dorman Honors College. Jorquiria E. Maldonado Mejia, Albert Dorman Honors College. Rebecca Ilana Blender, Albert Dorman Honors College. Eric David Mano, magna cum laude. Nicholas Joseph Heisler, cum laude. Priyanshi Jitendra Kumar Luhar, magna cum laude. Kermina Hakim. Ria Arun Karande, magna cum laude. Krish Pudel, summa cum laude. Kimberly Santos. Pia Piazzi, magna cum laude. Dorita Forte. Kimberly Ann Harding, summa cum laude. Khalil Ismail Amro, summa cum laude. Maria J. Vascanes Ortiz. Kaylee Valentina Pesoto, magna cum laude. Guadalupe Benitez. Reese Kalen Santiago Guerrero, Albert Dorman Honors College. Jin Chi Tai. Elizabeth Ivana Hervias, Albert Dorman Honors College. Aliza Syed. Iris Catherine Young, magna cum laude. Shane Jonathan David Wintermute. Brandon Hu, cum laude. Julia Harris Bateau. Andrew Joel Fernandez, magna cum laude. Timothy Graham Knowles, summa cum laude. Slobodan Malenkov, magna cum laude. Daniel Matthews Wenceslaus, Albert Dorman Honors College. Joaquin H. Mankada. Matthew Ibrahim, summa cum laude. Michael Luis Figueroa, summa cum laude. Irwing Obed Sanpru. Walker Singh Ahluwalia, Albert Dorman Honors College. Cheryl Raquel German Sanchez, cum laude. Adam Nicholas Weef, cum laude. Emily Samantha Morocho, magna cum laude. Andrew Santella, summa cum laude. Andy Paul. Christian Rafael Alvarez, magna cum laude. Alexandria Marie Butterworth, summa cum laude. Salma El Sharif, magna cum laude. Nirja Dave, cum laude. Alexandra Pasholari. Olina Sen, magna cum laude. Bernard Obianuju Mwanze. Collins Obina Mba, cum laude. Giovanni Jimenez. Karen Magid William Iskander, summa cum laude. Blade K. Kirksey. Brandon Mike Ochoa, magna cum laude. Ray Emmanuel Rodriguez Caminero. T. Shane Pragnesh Shah, summa cum laude. Awal Taniola Haroon, magna cum laude. Narimane Elomari. David F. Solano. Jajiel Cespedes. Adil Ibrahim. Ryan Adhikari, cum laude. Samita S. Pandit, magna cum laude. Armit Kaur Bajaj. Shelley Torres, cum laude. Sandra Abdulahad. Kelsey Nova Jude Kruger, magna cum laude. Josue Urena. Gumana Asad Aziz. Angel Manuel Jacinto Bernales. Gorgias Caleb. Fatu Kavan Bey. 7M Kurt. Umnia Akram Frage, magna cum laude. Kareem Wasef, cum laude. Kerlaus Gergis Damian. Murtula Bhaskaran. Michael Edward Armenius. Takeshi George Harada, cum laude. Simon Adel Gergis. Kaylee Jaquez. Mark Istefanos, cum laude. Marvin Mayer Shafiq. Danitza Jael Ramos. Ibram Jeris. Emmanuel Ahmad Youssef. Philo Patir Anthony Bichet, cum laude. Sebastian Posłuszny, cum laude. Amir G. Wissa. Carlos K. Agabi. Nada Basamali, summa cum laude. Oriana Margarita Vasquez. Lucas David Perez. Mariam Nasir. Javeria Irshad Khan. Isba M. Kururi, cum laude. Alyssa Francine Bonus. Gulam Mohammed Murtuza. Kristen Nicole Patracuola, cum laude. Jawad Ali Karim, magna cum laude. Brianna Alvarez. Carlos Alfredo Bedoya. Shirley Yolanda Martinez. Xavier Michael Flores. Samuel Joseph Smile. Abdulaziz Adel Murtagi, magna cum laude. Natwarin Patha. Cynthia Michelle Solari, cum laude. Shannon E. Malone. Christina Ann Owens. Celinda Rivera, cum laude. Rosen Rozanov Kostov. Shreyal S. Makwan. Jordan Bryce Lucas, cum laude. Nikolai Koryabin. Sebastian Domerkant. Feza Nawel Yamada Foso. Roderick Carvajal Cruz. Carolyn Adele Abdallah, summa cum laude. Joseph B. Nathu. Gabriel Nico Mercado. Justin I. Williams. Cecilia Catherine Martino. Adrian Alexander Villagomez. Miguel Angel Marin, cum laude. Eric James King, cum laude. Ivan Sami Faltas. Maxwell James Bonanno. Estarlin J. Abreu. Dana Lyle. Valerie Marmol. Haley Grecia Horvath. Carolyn Sarah Toledo, magna cum laude. Rachel Rose Romeo, magna cum laude. Riley Regina Eckert. Alcibiades A. Escobar. Boris Palomino. Azriel Alethea Ruth Conover, cum laude. Gabrielle Brandau Martins, cum laude. Cameron Bubb. Xander Patrick Costa. Daniel Calixto. Matthew Alexander Serrano, cum laude. Bianca Hernandez. Christian Farrell. Paul Andrew Carbochi, cum laude. Lillian Abdel Monum. Johan Rajan. Brian Daniel Solano. Al Chatai Hanche, cum laude. Adina Isha Afshan. Raven John. Jesus Bernabe. Jada Diane Gordon. Jason A. Applin. Jason Jordan Casedo, magna cum laude. Juan Gomez. Brandon Rodriguez. Matthew Santangelo, cum laude.
Enafe Agahofbia.
Alfred Ibarine. Christopher Randall Kippycash. Trinity Rhonda Reese. Jessica Trofanoff, cum laude. Korhan Mehmet Gejil, magna cum laude. Kanan Thomas Weissman. Fionella Alexa Pogado Lopez, Albert Dorman Honors College. Robert Matthew Bortnick. Guido Nicolas Livsky, cum laude. Noah Ribeiro. Shival Snehol Panchal. Abdel Ayman Ebeid. David A. Shockley. Martyris Malik Benyamian. Angelo Nikolai Esguerra Legaspi. Hasham Ahmed. Juan Esteban Quezada. Denise Michelle Torres Rojas. Mateusz Wichko, cum laude. Naomi Precious Alves. Armin Karich. Addison Montemayor. Michael Lucas Gilbert Advensky. Destiny Marie Soto. Tunmise Emmanuel Olayiwola. Kyle Canelli. Juanita Sarmiento Mejia, magna cum laude. John Simon Hulk. Jenna Avery Roberts, cum laude. Bianca Felix Diona, cum laude. Alfredo Jesus Rojas. Yumna Hamuda. Eric David Hollison, cum laude. Edward Gasca, magna cum laude. Disha Shah. Gabriel O. Hueso Ramirez. Joshua Kruk, cum laude. Gaida Arjamandi, cum laude. Romel Tyrese Russell, cum laude. Malaika Anya Hilton. Brian F. Naranjo. Stacey Stephanie Soto Pulke. Farid Ohimai Mohammed Ifabua. Nuzhat Fariha Khan, cum laude. Mohammed Sise. Paola Alexandra Acosta Vallejos. Julia Victoria Sikorsky. Angelo Filippo Lucio Lucero, cum laude. Varnika Dubo. Joshua R. Channel. Samuel Fajardo. Jaden Perez, magna cum laude. Stephanie Colon. Michael Justin Ellis. Olumide O. Oso. Edwin Jr. Gomez Fernandez, cum laude. Gennaro J. Principe. Camila Talata Abdul Karim, cum laude. Nandini Hemang Patel. Castin Saludes, cum laude. Ricardo Flores. America Soriano, cum laude. Yasa Allah Saad Bishai, summa cum laude. Amanda Rose Bonfrancesco, cum laude. Adam Joseph Mariano, summa cum laude. Theano Maria Charitos, cum laude. Aaron Alexander DeMaya, Albert Dorman Honors College. Matthew Donald DiMaggio, cum laude. Carlos Alejandro Matamoros, cum laude. Galo Alexander Siguencia. Brian Aldair Naranjo, cum laude. Sasha Marie Lopez, magna cum laude. Alexander Louis Ewing. Josady Nicole Gonzalez Fernandez, magna cum laude. Andrew John Dolson. Nasima H. Dwekat. Matthew A. Shaljian. Andrea Figueiredo. Sedil M. Al-Shujairi. Lucas William Steenstra, cum laude. Austin Joseph Lisa, cum laude. Alexia Estela Gutierrez, cum laude. Joseph Michael Stovekin. George Chris Tatanji, cum laude. Patrick Thomas Carney, summa cum laude. Robert Andrew Roundtree. Michael Thomas Harrison. Syed Mahi Shahriar. Rui Pedro Lopes. Guillermo Julian Campos. Arlene Maria Rodriguez, summa cum laude. Enrique John Ramirez. Martina Atea Kella, cum laude. Corrado Morcella. Rauna Tasnim, cum laude. Stanley Bartek Marchak, cum laude. Matthew Silva D.Y., cum laude. Juan Carlos Enriquez. Johnny Lee, cum laude. Sofia Isabella Bezada. Yuri Argueta. Amelia Vitalos, cum laude. Christian Patrick Agosto. Kelly Wynn. Al-Walid Shihab Hassan. Cameron Rivera. Kanishka Tiagi. Kyle Galaccio. Pushti Jitendra Rana. Jahao Lin. Ian D. Mottram. Jacob Ishala Odediran. Aaron Cho, summa cum laude. Munachim Chinazam Samto Akano, Albert Dorman Honors College. Cecilia Alawa Herman. Nixon C. Millian. Kevin Morera. Yusuf Riyad. Ryan A. Valdivieso. Stephen Rodriguez. Giancarlo Calogero Schifano. Clay Craher, magna cum laude. Christina Kosteska, cum laude. Nicholas John Fleischman. Jonah D. Junko. Maxwell Chuan Lee. Giovanni Olivier Corbacho. Michaela Jane Whitehead. Tyler Robert Renninger. Mark Fagan. Rafael Emmanuel Bernard. Jack Riza, cum laude. DeAndre Christopher Rittinger, summa cum laude. Vincent Joseph Ortega. Nicholas Andre Rawl. Amira Abdel Fattah Mansour. Gabrielle Gorman, summa cum laude. Sarah Ninan, magna cum laude. Alanis Nicole Rodriguez Gomez. Matthew Alexander Perez, magna cum laude. Mira H. Habashi, magna cum laude. Michaela Noel Balio, magna cum laude. Andrew Dennis Curley. Kennedy Yan, cum laude. Kara Michelle Thompson. Matthew Wong. William John Doherty, magna cum laude. Rayan Shahid. Cade William Parkinson G., cum laude. Luis Paulo Marchand. Naomi Aicha de Tenorio, cum laude. Alex Marie Valentine. Daniela Garcia Mendieta, magna cum laude. Rohan Patel, cum laude. Matthew Alexander Rodriguez. Albert Noodling. Camila Rivera. Jan Carlo Aquino Santos. James Ginther. Jamera Ray. Jacob Woodward, magna cum laude. Manmeet Singh. Shengdu. Juliana Henao Cordoba, magna cum laude. Samantha Elsbieta Bartinski, summa cum laude. Dario Lopez. Hubert Adam Squara, cum laude. Bilal Ahmed Mazar. Yassine Abdelaziz. Abdullah Ali Ammar. Brandon Albert Cueva. Kai Alex Havers. Matthew Thompson. Angie Carolina Chimbo Urvina. Andrik Jonathan Mera. Destan Kabashi. Jeff Yaguana. Kahil Omar Eaton. Chadwick Daniel Beltran Morales. Reina Marie Volk. Caitlin Nicole Hernandez. Joseph Richard Haytes. Seoyeon Kim, cum laude. Ryan C. Smith, cum laude. Molly J. Rejano. Bruno E. Marquez. Brandon Joseph Lee, magna cum laude. Denise Vanessa Gallardo, cum laude. Dante Guido Tucci. Daniel Esteban Tobar, magna cum laude. Wanapat Kansu. Scarlett Chico. Gavin Nicholas Babula, cum laude. Carlos Javier Luna. Jasmine Perez, cum laude. Paula Menendez Alvarez, summa cum laude. Gan M. Tran, magna cum laude. Sergio Martinez Cubel, summa cum laude. Sara Neme, cum laude. Herman Lopez Andujar, magna cum laude. Fraser Errol Aduna. Ichiar Rubio Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Steve Barrientos Olivares. Alvaro Heredia Gil, magna cum laude. Walter Andres Racinos. Abdullah Bora Az, cum laude. Emily Chavarria. Mustafa Ecevit. Ivanica S. Sawiris. Ralph Brian Mara. Gracie Cordova Lashag. Bruno M. Santos Seychal. Maya Marhaba. Marvin Ayala. Amina Ma'at Hargrove. Nirmal Patel, summa cum laude. Cole Patrick Vale, cum laude. Mohammed Ter Imle, cum laude. Yugyel Lahamo, cum laude. Shalaka D. Ajwalia. Kevin Choi. Klaus Jacob Madsen. Marco Bautista. Paul Wendling. Owen Joshua Delpue, magna cum laude. Shahan Aslub Chaudhry. Joshua Bravo. Kevin De Dios. Gabriel Ortiz. Vinali D. Patel. Nevayan R. Murray. Albert Hyun-sik Kim, cum laude. Jordan Peter Latour. Taliesin Mijo. Carlos Borges. Andrew Robert Irwin. Samson O. Shogalola. Deep Kirtan Desai, cum laude. Bahei G. Armenius. Ravis Audala, Christina Dorothy Uzzolino, Hadi Dimas, cum laude. Lara Youssef El Mandu, Manuel Tabares, Demiana Efat Demetri, Mario Zakaria, Ronald Clark Paddock, Rasitha Banu Sahib, summa cum laude. Michael Vincenzo Marucci, magna cum laude. Arij Abuquake, magna cum laude. Kendall Hunt, Elizabeth Rojas, cum laude. Christopher Rubiano, Gianna Santana, Vincent Michael Ponturo, cum laude. Jessica Nicole Deneen, summa cum laude. Michael Ortega, Carlos A. Rodriguez Padilla, J. Gunshambai Desai, Kimora Y. Bowman, Johnny Ishir Arjun Sasidar, Paulino Antonio Gomez Tapia, Catherine Alyssa T. Yap, magna cum laude. Nicholas G. Guzman, Mateus Luis Cardozo, Jeffrey Libor McCabe, cum laude. Carlos Alberto Marmol, Farah El Mahi, cum laude. Avinash Parmanand Rampersad, Genesis A. Jerez, magna cum laude. Scott Daniel Lillis, Susaliz Maria Perez, Isaac Martin Abbas, Ethan Kyle Aludino Malinao, Alexandra Lorena Matias, cum laude. Nathan Josh Espiritu, Tanish Chabra, cum laude. Bartek Wojciech Broklavik, Tiffany Hu, cum laude. Paula Ashley Schwachka, magna cum laude. Christopher Cortez, Abigail Negron, magna cum laude. Aileen Susanna Vasquez, magna cum laude. Mauro Angelo Ferravecchio, Samantha Jean Birkenbosch, Michael Coca, Adam Jacek Wojtala, cum laude. Roma A. Patel, summa cum laude. David Lidwin, magna cum laude. Jacob Ortiz, magna cum laude. Girish R. Subramani, summa cum laude. Jada Lynn De La Rosa, magna cum laude. Marwan Ahmed Abdulhamid Hamed Kashkaush, magna cum laude. Evan Ray Correa, cum laude. Nicholas Stefan Jasowitz, Justin Chen, summa cum laude. Nehar Mahmood, Danya Suresh Babu, summa cum laude. Dani La Bui, Nicole Piccinini, summa cum laude. Thomas Trella, Hosem Eldin Elzamor, summa cum laude. Tyler Schnuriger, Oluwanifemi Elizabeth Fua, cum laude. Nicholas Adam Canavera, Soham Kumar Bhatnagar, summa cum laude. Marcus LaShawn Shillingford, Taha Syed Rizvi, magna cum laude. Kan Te Dang, summa cum laude. Matthew Joseph Strina, cum laude. Dylan Andrew Gabriel, summa cum laude. Joel D. Diaz. Sriya Twinkle Jidugu, summa cum laude. Olivia Danielle Mazes. Havya Vijaya Lakshmi Deshaboyna, Albert Dorman Honors College. Ehab Nabil Breka, cum laude. Diei Kakad, summa cum laude. Owen Carson Mercado. Amiri Kafela Hayes, magna cum laude. Kasten Raymond Conover. Yaksha Seth, Albert Dorman Honors College. Samir Khan, magna cum laude. Pooja Tejas Bhavsar, Albert Dorman Honors College. Lauren Nee Lamb, summa cum laude. Harrison James Rowe Weiner, magna cum laude. Diana Ghassan Youssef, magna cum laude. Rohan Philip John. Rahima Shahid Sheikh, magna cum laude. Joshua Peter Sabatino. Christina Camia, Albert Dorman Honors College. Arjan Domingo Bukoy. Luke Robert Bidding, summa cum laude. Shahem Albin, Albert Dorman Honors College. Pranav Ganapathy Prabhu, summa cum laude. Gian Evan Menjivar, summa cum laude. Jeremy Quintero. Thomas Joseph Omatek, summa cum laude. Alexander B. Babajanov. David Owen Pritchard, summa cum laude. Jaden Timothy Burke, cum laude. Srinija Dandy Botla, summa cum laude. Alexander Andrzej Grodzki. Anmol Singh Bhatia, summa cum laude.
Calixte Abanda Ngono.
Albin Francis Molan, summa cum laude. Danitza Rachel Castillo. Kevin William Getler, summa cum laude. Kevin Michael Conway. Jayman D. Parek, magna cum laude. Jennifer Dayanara Espinosa. Joan Sarah First, Albert Dorman Honors College. Darian Eliezer Sandoval, cum laude. Verena Ihab Botros, Albert Dorman Honors College. Brian Benjamin Galesio, summa cum laude. Miriam Ashraf Basili. Angel Gabriel Rodriguez. Yuana Nasim Labid, magna cum laude. Richard Javier Castro. Marianne Doss, summa cum laude. Abdul Rahman Khan Asif, summa cum laude. Amaya Stevens, cum laude. Omar Saleh Al-Zaman, summa cum laude. Edward D. Hernandez, cum laude. Caitlin Jiayi Huang. Chris Devorson, cum laude. Haripriya Kemiseti, summa cum laude. Justin Daniel Arroyo, cum laude. Bunsari Mystery, summa cum laude. Aaron Tyler Diolal, cum laude. Athira Nair, Albert Dorman Honors College. Thomas Bednars. Pranati Miryala, cum laude. Cole Anderson Hafner. Ligaya Francesca Manalastas, summa cum laude. Justin Sugrim. Amit Mahesh Jiniga, summa cum laude. Farooq Ajibola Alawode. Satvik Gopu, magna cum laude. Latarian Marquise Minaya, magna cum laude. Shaylee R. Shah, summa cum laude. Max Roderick Hume, summa cum laude. Sia Kalpesh Patel, summa cum laude. Dante A. Frasso, Pooja Jayesh Danak, summa cum laude. Marco Lonkar, Saskia Matilda Tromelin, magna cum laude. Caden Ray Hendrickson, summa cum laude. John Joseph Rice, Christina C. Pinheiro, Hannah Grace Hayward, Eric Allen Peterson, Melanie Angeles Casares, cum laude. Justin Thomas Narozniak, Mlak Hassan, Justin Anthony Gomes, Brandon Haynes, Laszlo Harangozo, Jacob Thomas Prescott, cum laude. William Suarez, Kelsey Reyes Martinez, Lucha Hulvez Martinez, Crystal Manmesoma Onyukwu, Jack Aaron Krongold, summa cum laude. Tamur Faisal, Devin William James Armstrong, summa cum laude. Michaela Wilson, Adriana Chigo, Lawrence Joseph Kennedy, Zina Doswa, Raymond Wynn, Jacqueline L. Wynn, Isabella Grace Minutolo, Vrund Chirag Patel, Michaela Tierra Mitchell, Juan Pablo Alzate, Hercules Potamusis, cum laude. Matias Alcivar, Arun Uttayasurian, Andrea Campoli, Youssef Farag, Madison Nicole Miller, summa cum laude. Hugo Daniel Ramirez Perez, Brianna Rose Andrioli, Larry Brandon Rojas Perez, Kyle Andrew McCarsky, Riley K. Jones, Ogochukwu Samuel UBA, Kelsey Ann Ramos, Desmond Jesse Bangura, Colin Arcaro, Antonio Alexander Petito, cum laude. Brian Klein, Mauricio Inga, Ariana Askew, Albert Dorman Honors College, Alexei Pisklarov, Guinevere Estrella Fuentes, Nasir A. Kemp, Mohammad Ashad Siddiqui, Jessica A. Kurta, cum laude. Shahyan Tabriz Shaikh, cum laude. Colby Puletz, Jorge Veloz, Brian Rupram, Dantis S. Caccio, Nicholas Amores, Jacob Andrew Marsh, Carlo Andre Bartolo, Jose Eduardo Mondragon Reyes, magna cum laude. John Richard Uribe, Vedavias Nalamotu, Yeshua M. Vallejo, Carlo R. Alberto, Brandon P. Lagarda, Alexis Aguilar, cum laude. Shane Arnold Jude, Abhijay Dada, cum laude. Haitham Vostok, Madison Porterfield, Ying Jung Shir, Lisbeth Escona Rodriguez, cum laude. Elif Irem Kiziltan, Lisette Ascona Rodriguez, cum laude. Joyce G. Estefanos, Caroline Magdi Resk, magna cum laude. Jonathan Michael Galley, magna cum laude. Juan Manuel Marin Torres. Lawrence Aman Jenkins. Shri Himanshu Patel. Matea S. Robinson, cum laude. Sebastian Andres Reyes. Amanda Rose Montero, cum laude. Enzo Suarez, magna cum laude. Ryan Nathaniel Cruz, magna cum laude. Elijah Eric Ortiz, cum laude. Jennifer Caroline Santos, magna cum laude. Keith Anthony Lakeman. Maya Mohammed Saliani. Jelani Malik Blow, magna cum laude. Matthew Benjamin Lieber, summa cum laude. Justin Joseph Sousa, magna cum laude. Josie Alexander Mundo. Alp Errol. Leo Krishna Kiran Ezra Connolly. Khalid Oskaya. Jacob Joseph Gusiora. Jehun Bilge Eren. Sebastian Alves. Jumhur Ekin Torun. Marcos Iluminado Santiago. Yusuf Keleser. Charles Walter Grant, summa cum laude. Alexander Andrew Vargas. Glent Julian Loyola. Christian Sebastian Arenas. Cade Francis Williams. Ryan Martin Tomza. Linda Beatriz Moran. Joel Stephen Heredia. Catherine Wang. Edgar Reyes. Maham Iqbal. David Salvador Aguaiza, magna cum laude. Jadi Michalovsky, magna cum laude. Mia Teresa Lore, cum laude. Michael Christian Coburn, magna cum laude. Michael Joseph Rojas. Natalie Cecile Nashed, magna cum laude. Michael Thomas Samet, summa cum laude. Michael Scott Minchala, summa cum laude. Abril Montes. Jason Stephen Dutan. Sanai Jade Jenkins, cum laude. Oluwaseun John Adedeji, cum laude. David Aaron Lopez. Rishi Kuriakos. Andre Cordova. Kenda Nidal Azam, magna cum laude. Janir Contreras. Leanne Kuda, cum laude. Richard Boada. Jannatul Hafsa Zenith. Amy Rufail, summa cum laude. Carol Amen Wisley Latif. Sally Mobayed. Aisha R. Shah. Albert Dorman Honors College. Luna Al-Halak, summa cum laude. Malik Salim. Iman Jaludi, magna cum laude. Freddie S. Gonzalez. Ranim Ahmad, summa cum laude. Sebastian Zambrano. Giselle Sequeira. Tyler Joseph Ellis. Justin Guadarrama. Omar Hossam Khalil. Vita Juliana Inferna, magna cum laude. Sebastian J. Vogel. Stephen Alec Katarski. James R. Matson. Dana P. Rosen. Daniel Ryan Blair. Aiden Thomas Lanive. Fernando Conte Rojas. Polina Kalizov, magna cum laude. Lucienne E. Prophet. Ashley Akeo Mboya. Tony Daniel Simon. Sean Gentile, Albert Dorman Honors College. Benjamin Matthew Leppin. Matthew Dono. Reagan Resch, magna cum laude. Sebastian Devin Campbell. Kevin David Galarraga, cum laude. Faith Anley Jenkins, cum laude. Nicholas Anthony Colaco, magna cum laude. Nora Buayad. Sean G. O'Driscoll. Omema B. Benhamid. Michael N. Nazmi. Ramonda Benyamin. Ebram Ebid. Krishna Dharmesh Rana, cum laude. George Gaydel Sayed. Noah Pierre. Dominic Everett Lamphere. Adrian Joel Figueredo Suliveres. Omar Badawi. Maria Shafiq. Mohamed Mahmoud El Said. Mavi Naguib, magna cum laude. Ayed W. Mohammed. Jose Adiel Martinez de la Cruz. Marvin Mayer Shafiq. Carolyn Julissa Valerio Nunez, summa cum laude. Amir G. Wissa. Similolua Hana Falayi. Philo Patir Anthony Bichet, cum laude. Juana Perez Sanchez, cum laude. Caitlin Tading Herreos. Kojo Nkosi Bru Akwezi. Nikita Natalie Williams, cum laude. Alexander Hishikawa. Sarah Fletcher. Jessica Lynn Brianna Bober. Maria Fernanda Ocampo. Elise Goris. Wilgins Cajuste, cum laude. Gabrielle Lauren Corbo. Kemsley Josephson Oxius. Saisha Munuri. Naun I. Ramos, cum laude. Steve Luis Ramirez Suarez. Cindy Faith Mungru, cum laude. Mazen Abu, magna cum laude. Ashley Therese Ebby Atme. Riley Parker Van, cum laude. Alejandra Zuniga Rodriguez, cum laude. Oxford Rushton Bailey, summa cum laude. Steve Villavicencio. Justin Pearson. Caden Edward Valer. Catherine Nicole DeCarolis, summa cum laude. Manuel S. Muzo. Olivia B. Carr. Tangila Ali Lia. Alice Nicole Tarado. Buthena Fehmi, Albert Dorman Honors College. Asif Sikder. Natalie Menor. Claude Juje Simo. Alicia F. Atangana. Silvana Gatas, cum laude. Kirsten Taylor. Cyree Savon Hicks. Morgan Gail Kyer. Kawei Wang. Yesenia Lisette Ortega Murillo. Anthony Perez Garcia. Jason Lee, summa cum laude. Naira Orellana. Nathaniel Jack Giordano. Damon Elias Padilla. Angie Nicole Pogla Cobos. Samuel Marlon de la Torre. Rohimat Omawumi Adebi. Basel Jabir. Verodeli St. Jules. Mina El Abdelmalak. Fatima O. Lawal. Melissa Victoria Umanya Mello. Dichle Sue Isaac. Maud Delasse Tekbo. Diala Ali Ismail. Magna cum laude. Kush Gupta. Brian J. McGarry. Rick Shigeru Kanashiro. Daniela Hiraldo Sabogal. Robert Tando. Adham Shehada. Vivian Nguyen. David Caleb Banu. Yashvi Malankumar Desai. Joel Wisely. Albert Dorman Honors College. Dhruvi Sanjaybai Pansurya. Jeremy O. Menjivar. John V. S. Kumthakar. Leslie Johanna Rodriguez. Talon Lee Mahalanak, cum laude. Nicholas Andrew Kogot. Jesse Abdel-Salam Tarabolsi. Johnny France Toussaint Jean Mary. Shirley M. Maldonado. Mecca Alnisa Marshall. Raghav Abel Rufino. Iris Amira Lewis. Tyler Bruin. Albert Dorman Honors College. Nigel Wakia Mpwa. Ronnie Noel de la Cruz Alvarez. Penny Modi. Kara Marie Westgate. George Philippetir Malik. Nadine Salem, cum laude. J.B. Bengu, magna cum laude. O'Neill Lloyd Montague. Myrna Mohib Tanos, summa cum laude. Isidro Torres Amador. Tyler Ryan O'Connor. Emmanuel N. Brito. Ahmed H. Hussein. Danel Fernando Cespedes. Hafsa Munawar Ali, summa cum laude. Hari Biren Patel. Sahil Kumar Jagdishbhai Sudani, magna cum laude. Tomer Zilber. Alex Ventura, summa cum laude. Jennifer Nicole Cortejuela. Bilal Syed, summa cum laude. Geraldine Rodriguez. Jovan Alexander Montilla. Nidya Lakshmi Kanthan, magna cum laude. Maximilian Scott Ballog. Joseph Michael Rass, summa cum laude. Romello Balagat Paguntalan. Chanel Incalada, magna cum laude. Jeremy Miguel McLynch. Athucoral Dinushi Pereira. Michael Burris. Jessica J. Haida. Richards Curtis Augustin Lawson. Romir Chatterjee. Luke Anderson Urich. Jack Foster Manville. Andrew Joseph Sabe, cum laude. Nick Ranco. Jason T. Smith. Madison Ryan San Andres, magna cum laude. Adrian Moroz, magna cum laude. Sammy Mustafa Katus, cum laude. Lucas Walowski, cum laude. Laura Webfley, summa cum laude. Carrie Lane Archer, magna cum laude. Irene Cosero Lopez, magna cum laude. Clara Tinai, magna cum laude. Carmel Misha Jamie Segui, magna cum laude. Kyle Robert Blum, summa cum laude. Christopher Antonio Goncalves de Souza. Giancarlos Ivan Castellon, cum laude. Stephanie Giselle Herrera Chavez. Kennedy Elizabeth Westbrook, cum laude. Bruna Beshe Wojcik. Emily Stella Jozak, cum laude. Paul Andrew Ionescu. Mojisola Esalete Ayodele, cum laude. Bola Youssef. Maria Inês Santos Nogueira, magna cum laude. Patrick Adamczyk. Naomi Sofia Suniga Gomez, magna cum laude. Ravindu Sarishan Wijasundara Apuhamlage. Chanjitha Karunananthan. Alex Nereg Vartanian. Stefan Zachary Andruk, summa cum laude. Helder Rebello, cum laude. Evangelos Chrysovolantis Zanakis. Kareem Wasef, cum laude. Avery Morgan O'Rourke, magna cum laude. Jonathan Gerges. Bavli Shanuda. Kylie Welsh, magna cum laude. Stephen Gattas. Fatima Ayman Ismail. Jean Barthélemy Barthelus. Christine Donald. Walter Daniel Ader. Keith Russell Thomas. Antonio Christian Mancini, magna cum laude. Rohan Valetti. Jigar Rana. Elisha Nana Bugash, cum laude. Dallas Cameron Pollock, cum laude. Josue Maria Padilla. Tarkan Kenan Ayaz, cum laude. Mina S. Sawires. Natalia Chahor, magna cum laude. Ghazi Abdullah Mustafa. Arnav Jain, magna cum laude. Daniel Asaf. Hamza Yar Khan, cum laude. Adam Malik. John Vishwek, cum laude. Nehal Kumar Patel, cum laude. Marta Maria Depyak, cum laude. Vignesh Ramakrishnan Kesava Prakash, magna cum laude. Kira Marie Mulroy, summa cum laude. Dishant Ale Gandhi, summa cum laude. Jan J. Kaye. Grayson Shaw Cooney, cum laude. Mariam Farid. Lucas Schultz, magna cum laude. Melissa Cortez, cum laude. Mohammad Egla. Andres Felipe de la Rosa. Amanda S. Gerges. Sanaya Gaskins, summa cum laude. Milad B. Wahapa. Cordell Lightus. Matthew T. Bleich. Chisom V. Okafor. Nate Skorians. Kyle John Ferreira. Martin Galino, magna cum laude. Philopatir M. Youssef, Maria Lashy Owens, Zahidul Sikdar, Jason Ballin, Alex Franco Tsegay, Janina Natasha Guarquila, magna cum laude, Jaime Garcia Bautista, Tariq Jeremiah Alexander, Priscilla Eileen Garcia, magna cum laude, Angel Rome Walker, Daniel Oliver Youssef, Matthew Palarca Lorenciana, Ashley Maria Ureña Tavares, Chung Leung, Marcus Juno Jerome, Linen Yanchapanta, Brian Jose Pastor, Christian Anthony Rivas, Anthony Aguilar, Michael Harmon, summa cum laude, Nicholas Ocampo, Dominique Andrew Gzip, magna cum laude, Jasmeet Villan, Shariza Hawk, Aditya Kishore Chandra Prajapati, Zoya Jordan Barsik, summa cum laude, Alexander Reynoso, Albert Dorman Honors College, Rajvi Maniar, Melissa Allison Cabrera, Jacqueline A. Macareg, Julian James Velez, Emma Lee Haynes, cum laude, Ziran Q, Andrew Z. Fedmasu, Krupal Patel, Marwa Ibrahim, magna cum laude, Mariana Bento Pereira Rodrigues da Cova, magna cum laude, Maximilian James Vitali, cum laude, Daniel Guzman, cum laude, Sebastian Afriel Ferrer, Jamila Lester, Sanket Prasad, Ved Bhavesh Gandhi, Carmine Cazola, Mithil Sai Kisani, Adham W. Hamuda, Ava Manafi, Jasmine Jennifer Vera, Besmir Hadzovich, Jerry Martinez, Tristan Angel DiPrizio, cum laude, John Leshtinsky, magna cum laude, Anas Musa Abedrabu, summa cum laude, Arnav Milind Dubey, magna cum laude, Artim Rechi, cum laude, Devin Enrique Crespo, Mufti Shariar Ahmed, cum laude, Amira Karim, summa cum laude, Jair Nathaniel Gonzalez, Leo David Esteves, Daniel Joseph Flanagan, cum laude, Sarah Lima, cum laude, Brandon Michael Wright, cum laude, Gabriel Sebastian Hurtado, Justin Norberto Gonzalez, Kareem Mohammed Bomia, Josh Riley Suarez, magna cum laude, Chelsea D. Huaman, Kevin Gutama, Joshua Hyunwoo Sim, magna cum laude, Mikhail Xavier Leon, Sotiris Psofakis, Madeline Kate Doggs, summa cum laude. Luis Perez. Isaac Perez. Sebastian Lucero. Sandy Jack Mansour, cum laude. Rodrigo Naim Machuca, summa cum laude. Gihad Mustafa, magna cum laude. Mariam Abdeltawab Zaki, magna cum laude. Mansi V. Thakur. Jira Ashraf Abdu. Kevin Mendoza. Maria Ezet Habib. Youssef Amen Youssef. Peter Damian Walla, summa cum laude. Esteban Restrepo. Bilal Vaisal. Vidi Vipulkumar Patel, magna cum laude. Eric Jackzel. Gareth Ryan Rampersad. Ryan Woodrow, cum laude. Ariana May Corrigan. Glory Joseph Aboderin. Aaron Jefferson Jeng. Hanuha Ware. Sabria Mirzo, cum laude. Oluwatobi Awole. Mariam Ahmed Morsi. Mahbub Mia, magna cum laude. Aliani Burgos. Doa Emil. Shivam Sharma, cum laude. John Atia. Naya Marie Gordon. Adrian Lacona, magna cum laude. Pankaj R. Shah. Anish Sumuk Bellary. Christopher Mendez, cum laude. Luceni Samukai Fofana. Karen Lisbeth Velasquez. Fabian Herrera. Julibel Torres. Chinyalu Lauren Okonkwo, summa cum laude. William Stephen Mitchell. Natalia Kimani Bray. Celine Annalisa Jobson. Christopher Javier Salazar, cum laude. Imara Abdur Rashid. Zachary A. Hall. Gabriela Liliana Ramos Carrillo. Colin Francis Berg, magna cum laude. Nicole Michelle Valencia. Nidiana Urena Alvino. Arjed Hassanaj, magna cum laude. Mari Carmen Inoa Gonzalez. Stever P. Gomez. Patrick Opilka. Jack Henry Lynch. Christopher John Wisniewski, summa cum laude. Jonathan Charles Mulligan, magna cum laude. Austin Francis, cum laude. Calvin Chu, magna cum laude. Dylan Savas Khan. Irfan Ahmad. Megan Elizabeth Hillier. Qasem Al-Khatib. Ryan Walter Sininsky. Farhan Sufyan, magna cum laude. Benjamin Dean Roberts. Anis Sonmetzer, cum laude. Omar Ali. Samad Lamb. Julian Patrick Garcia. Kayla Riquetti. Monica E. Guevara Hernandez. Ronald R. Farina, cum laude. Yogev Rikin, magna cum laude. Kyrillos Hana Shahada. Jonathan Kim, magna cum laude. Joshua Michael Sadowski. Thomas David Pender Jr., cum laude. Andrew Vilches. Amir Jamil Hayes. Kelsey McDonald. Paul Silva. Anthony Lorenzo. Myron Zilpert. Tyler Joseph Preston. Vincent Lin, magna cum laude. Katarina Makarenko. Brandon Mercado. Leigh Hatham Eunice. Alejandra Garcia, cum laude. Ryan Sebastian Terran. Sherry Griffith. Luis Jimenez. Kelly Apalaya, magna cum laude. Mohammed Ahmed El Sayed. Kartik Patidar, cum laude. Abiomhi Joshua DeAndre Joseph. Zeynep Nalan Kus, cum laude. Gabriel Oliveira Dramer. Jonathan Andres Velasquez. Claire Olivia Rapier, summa cum laude. Forkan Bisher. William Deshang Duju Mangupchi.
Ibrahim Burke Aras.
Joseph Bu Kena. Anthony Lei Tran. Malik Marwan Khalil. Katie Wynn, cum laude. Sherlyn Atziri Rodriguez Hazim. Zafir Ali, cum laude. Francis Pangduenda Conquisra. David Uchenna Endu. Arian France Ong Abalos, summa cum laude. Soham Shashikumar, summa cum laude. Travis Forbes, cum laude. Dev Bharat Kumar Doshi, summa cum laude. Melissa De Cunto. Jeremy A. Urena. Peter Samir. Annette Erdos. Joshua Delandra de Silva. Kimberly Martinez Alvarez. Michael Muffaletto, cum laude. Ann Lindsay Austin. Jordan Guzman Hernandez. Alexandra Haney Gebrayil. Hari Charipali. Lauren Joseph. Raymond Angel Furman. Adrian Atariguana. Michelle Arce, cum laude. Abram Saro Jamgatyan, magna cum laude. Daniel Beekman. Jocelyn Natasha Kiridumbai. Ahmed Rami Ibrahim. Man Shah. Elvic Guillermo Rodriguez, cum laude. Keshav Kidambi Raghavan. Justin J. Jourdain. Stephanie Piedra Aguiza. Sunny Binyam Andarje. Joel Santana Marti. Helen Montoya. Andrew Kolovos. Justin Andre Simbahon Lo. Oliver Alphonse Epperson. Brittany Aaliyah Agila Chavez. Edwin Lorena. Denise Jomaira Lema, cum laude. Randy R. Zambrano. Jennifer Velasco. Cole Campbell. Gustavo A. Saavedra Pacheco. Nicholas Eugenio Vega, cum laude. Connor Bale. James Hers. Daniel Salah Gayed. Rania Malak Barkawi, cum laude. Youssef Osama Sayed, summa cum laude. Aryan Adhikari, cum laude. Beater Saad, cum laude. Gurjot Kaur Anand, magna cum laude. Karim Ahmad Karam Shahat, cum laude. Junyi Guan. Mina Adel Ebrahim Awad, cum laude. Xinyu Feng. Youssef I. Sadek. Zamin Chen. Ashraf Aldakain, magna cum laude. Dhruv Chauhan. Yosef Antonio Moraro. Jiki Lee. Simon Adel Gergis. Yi Huang. Mark Estefanos, cum laude. Jenny Yuan. Henil Sangani. Melanie J. Rojas. John Samuel Mata. Madeline Dennis. Soliman H. Soliman. Kevin Joroge. Christopher Abdo, magna cum laude. Dylan Krishna Advani. Zubeida Bint Bandele, cum laude. Olumuyiwa Yoloye, cum laude. Chizorum Akachi Ekwegariri, cum laude. Brian Macias Espinoza. Anthony Isaiah Washington, magna cum laude. Julian Alexander Huaman. Anthony Vincent Di Taranto, summa cum laude. Sangin Lee. Nicholas Karan Sahu. Leonel D. Lorenzo. Layla Ali Lucas. Dylan K. Ton Tat, summa cum laude. Josie Zamora. Devin Lloyd Wallerson, cum laude. Nayana Chaudhry Guntupalli. Anthony Orlando Yagoda, magna cum laude. Disha Jagdish Galani, cum laude. Joyce Sophia Patrimonio Blake, summa cum laude. Rishab Verma. Dominic Atalienti, magna cum laude. Dennis Boguslavsky. Allison Lang Mateki, cum laude. Kyle Khalil Dagger. Tina K. Tai, summa cum laude. Aditya Das, cum laude. Julia Yahan Lam, summa cum laude. Rudra M. Patel. Thomas Joseph Kolb, summa cum laude. Anthony H. Lee. Vibha Venkataraman, magna cum laude. Dylan William, cum laude. Matthew J. Villanueva, Albert Dorman Honors College. Fadi Maleka. Saketh Gola, summa cum laude. Christopher James Spinden. Matthew Ryan Ortiz, magna cum laude. Venkata Chaitanya Krishna Avula. Lindsay Renee Burke, summa cum laude. Nayed A. Ali, magna cum laude. Logan Joseph Kriebel, summa cum laude. Shaidul Islam. Eric Y. Huang, summa cum laude. Mahfuz Zaman. Daniel Robert DeMello, summa cum laude. Andy Shams Uddin. Priyansh Shailesh Kumar Patel, magna cum laude. Josh Raphael Marquez. Mitchell Allen Lipnitsky, magna cum laude. Jonathan Max Malave, cum laude. Pranav A. Chintala, summa cum laude. Richie Rojas, cum laude. Caius Boykus, Albert Dorman Honors College. Shahriar Topu, cum laude. Afshin Khan, Albert Dorman Honors College. Ismail Shaikh, cum laude. Aliyah May Narzoles Ordiliano, summa cum laude. Brian Dong. Nishant Munoj Nair, cum laude. Ayan Feolu Jedidiah Olunuga, magna cum laude. Sungyur Lee. Justin Tanwin. Lakith Misala, magna cum laude. Sahil Parmar. Shubransh Joshi, magna cum laude. Dren Sapunju. Rehan Mohammed, cum laude. Marcela Moda. Nihal Ahmed Warek, summa cum laude. Nafisa Ahmed, magna cum laude. Asaf Izhar, Albert Dorman Honors College. Salma Yahia Ghazi, summa cum laude. Juliet Meneses Alvarez. Jane S. Kala, magna cum laude. Ian Olua Adeola Adegbite. Alwyn E. Thomas, summa cum laude. Osama Elborki. Mikhil Chirag Bhai Patel, summa cum laude. Jonathan Metri, cum laude. Dharam Nalesh Shah, magna cum laude. Giovanni Lucio Bergamasco, cum laude. Suraj Rajesh Bhardwaj, summa cum laude. Denise Cortez Payumo, cum laude. Francesca Rosana Honda, Albert Dorman Honors College. Alexander Ogando. Fardeen Iqbal, magna cum laude. Diana Melissa Ramirez. Alan Wiesting Cabrera, summa cum laude. Jonathan Zilberman. Avanish Girish Kulkarni, magna cum laude. Luke James Marinelli. Joseph Rocco Kane, cum laude. Brian Patoilo. Dylan Daniel De Palma, magna cum laude. Michelle Gonzalez. Nurjahan Chorna, cum laude. Benjamin Robert Poreka. David Joseph Fozzie Fike, magna cum laude. Litzy Reyes. Ewan Lee, summa cum laude. Ying Chen. Dave B. Persad. Daniel Lawrence Helmer. Zachary Jesus Fernandez. Yulia Sklodowska, summa cum laude. Ahash Thirukumaran. Simon Oriana Cruz, cum laude. Pooja Loganathan, cum laude. Stephen Wan Kam. Michael Anthony Rodriguez. Matthew Wang. Dev Patel. Santiago Mario Londono. Jamal Mohammad. Michael P. Makowski. Emma Lee, magna cum laude. Eduardo Sanchez. Jacob G. Pazmino. Eden Jair Arriaga. Emily Samantha Morales Medina, summa cum laude. Vieri Giancarlo Arriaga. Tanvi Karad, cum laude. Justin Giovanni Carreno Bermeo. Junaid Mughal. Hagel Guevara. Charles Alexander Rogers, magna cum laude. Nadia N. Guzman. Matthew R. Hoffman. Omar Barrera, cum laude. Mohammed Al-Adiyat, cum laude. Stephen Roman Alvarado. Miguel Angel Aldana Vidrio. Alan Kilishbeck, cum laude. Wilbert Carvajal. Olubatomiva O. Colavole. Jordan Enriquez Dominguez. Hira Khan Shakir. Anas Sabir, cum laude. Taryn Michelle Facenda. Christian Michael Sodora. Carlos Manuel Barrientos. Batul Anus. Isabel Juliana Abreu, magna cum laude. Anand Prashant Patel. Nathaniel Arevalo Makasayet, cum laude. Lee Dina Caligari, summa cum laude. Nareg Rastgalenya, cum laude. Alexander R. Di Filippo. Jonathan R. Walpow, summa cum laude. Clea Manilari. Nicholas L. Minervini. Jada Shanice Anastasia Byfield. Feng Chen. Muqtadira Oloruntofunmi Ali, cum laude. Christopher Lorena. Jacob Vincent Roth. Tevin Nasir Hayes. Andrew Timothy Gardner, magna cum laude. Ali A. Shasaman. Cassandra Jacqueline Lanjwal, magna cum laude. Emmanuel Ahmad Youssef. Samir Nadim Butt, magna cum laude. Ibram Jeris. Devin Rajul Desai, cum laude. Martin A. Solomon, magna cum laude. Xavier Paul Silvers. Martina Solomon, magna cum laude. Amog Dalal, magna cum laude. Anthony Adel Abdallah. Ryan Joshua Ramos, magna cum laude. Zafir Royston Sprasta, cum laude. Eric Jang, cum laude. Andrew Arlington Rowley, cum laude. Joshua Ontiveros Lastimosa, cum laude. Michael Kevin McGillicuddy, summa cum laude. Nathaniel Paul Edrelin. Keegan Robert Wooding, cum laude. Gamel Camilo. James Cyril Gergis. Juliana Lalomia, cum laude. Alex P. Berg, cum laude. Hunter Joseph Russo. Enis Akil, cum laude. Brian Costa Aruju. Omrita Singh, magna cum laude. Ayonitemi Bajimilehin. Nicholas Kroll. Jeremy Chaco Kurian, summa cum laude. Stephanie Marie Gallo. Sebastian Lazarti. James Mullins. Henny Pritesh Patel. Ramesh M. Russell, cum laude. Yusing Deng. Sebastian D. Lopez Cruz. Brandon Michael Chang, cum laude. Michael Christian Peretti, magna cum laude. Tristan Connor Rubiano. Taylor Catherine Gunn. Janish Suneja, summa cum laude. Manpreet Hundal. Jarnell Marcus Rancy, magna cum laude. Savary Joseph Fils Seintilma. Walid Alim. Smit Minesh Patel. Tirth Kumar B. Patel. Dave A. Nakrani, magna cum laude. Joseph Kahana Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Menen Mehul Thakore. Franklin George Wamsher, summa cum laude. Brian Castro, cum laude. Abhinav Karthik Narayanan, cum laude. Jordan Alexander Charles. Swait Kamlesh Patel, cum laude. Gabriel Adrian Orby, cum laude. Isaiah Eugene August. Angel Jose Cazares, cum laude. Amber Vivian Ramos, summa cum laude. Matthew R. Biggio. Sebastian Gabriel Yaurador. Jordan Lindsay Chow, cum laude. Sean Elton Zamora. Alan J. Rosario. Ryan Paul Lobor, magna cum laude. Joshua Michael Alba, magna cum laude. Kadir Ahmad, summa cum laude. Benzi A. Villaruel, magna cum laude. Kimberly Corpuz. Anthony Jose Quispilaya. Catarine Gomez Bautista. Minwoo Ryan Choi. Andrew Ryan Heinzman. Benjamin Jinyoung Kim, cum laude. Jaylin May Garcia. Shayla Maita, cum laude. Fariha Khan, cum laude. Claudie Libriand Augusti. Domantas Federavicius. Mahmoud Mohammed Al-Kayat, magna cum laude. Jaime Espinoza, magna cum laude. Giselle Lorena Hinojosa. Kacper Pagach. Jeremy De La Rosa, summa cum laude. Nathan Young, magna cum laude. Jeremy Chris Kubilas, cum laude. Lucas J. John, magna cum laude. Josh B. Mantilla, summa cum laude. Riya Kumar, Felix Pinzon Gayona, Shadath Islam, Digant D. Ravo, cum laude, Abraham alias George, Adit Newell, magna cum laude, Aiden E. Blackman, Mir N. Modi, cum laude, Peter Arthur Redfern, cum laude, Aditya Jain, cum laude, Faisal Hamoudi Abdul, cum laude, Zaid Hassan, cum laude, Amir El Mahalawi, Abhi Patel, cum laude, Syeda Foyes, Sujal Raj, cum laude, Derek J. Sanchez, Benjamin Robert Prowse, James Hers, Ridham Joshi, Philip Mangoski, magna cum laude, Matthew Baisavire, Janil Sanjay Patel, Christian Manuel Sinchi, cum laude, Nigel A. Pressy, Sally K. Tanyus, Simon Leong, Jejni Rachel John, Matthew Talaka, cum laude, Vora, Krish N. Patel, cum laude, Daniel Almanzar, Ria Kimberly Sihombing, magna cum laude, Jaden M. Alexis, cum laude, Ada P. Loft, Robert Alex Barno, Alvina Ashraf, Gerard Brian Esposito, Michael Joseph Duran Lozada, Walter Picoaga, Andrew Hagop Yastangakal, summa cum laude, AJ Estrella, Daniel Pearson, Mason Alexander Novillo, Elton Cly Haskai, Philip Ritalevsky, magna cum laude, Ezer Joka, cum laude, Jocelyn Anais Flores, Jeremy Adam Convocar, Andre Nathaniel Alberto, cum laude, Mark Anthony Gonsalves, cum laude, Basil Saleh, summa cum laude,
Lamia Mostafawi,
Jerry Suarez, cum laude, Maria Angel Palacios Sarmiento, cum laude, Donovan James Green, Sal A. Velasquez Arevalo, Irving Castillo, Stephen Gutierrez Guerra, Vivek Patel, Andres Vega, Omar Siddiqui, cum laude, Soham Shashikumar, summa cum laude, Arya Mazandarani, Adnan Hussain Mansouri, Albert Dorman Honors College, Thomas John Gammer, Sadikul Saber, Matthew Robert O'Mara, cum laude, Jesus Miguel Garcia Alonso, Ethan Michael Verhoeven, Amur Elata El Khalifa, Zachary Les Kochev, Ashfaq A. Khan, Brian DeLone, Sanid S. Jigal, cum laude. Valerio Omar Espinosa, Alessio John Bracili, Colin Maxwell Jones, Citlali Annette Prado, cum laude. Victor Krasimirov Fotev, Albert Dorman Honors College. Vinita Kamal Acharya, cum laude. Jonathan Huang, magna cum laude. Nahala Angel Champagne, Toby Chan, Jenna Wynn, cum laude. Jose Carlos Quispe Ranilla, Yamir Perez, cum laude. Dominic LaRocca, Adia Celeste Bashir, Marco A. Shirillo, Roman Marach, Joseph Garilao, Amulia Narayan Prasad, Nana Ajewa Boite, Chidie Bube Emmanuel Waji, Adil Abdullah, Albert Dorman Honors College, Nicoletta Sino, cum laude. Tamiwa Babalola, Alexi Mission, summa cum laude. David Silva Florim, magna cum laude. Mariam Mughal, Francis Gerard Tan, Alia Samir Laliwala, Albert Dorman Honors College. Mohammed Motashim Murtuza, cum laude. Christopher Jaden Marquez, cum laude. Kareem Mustafa, cum laude. Elias Saeed, Eugene Shanga, Nicholas Michael Pape, Sebastian Arango, cum laude. Youssef Omar, Judrian Mahigny, Derek Oduro Yaboa, Eric Andres Saran, magna cum laude. Jesus Adonis Rosario Vargas, cum laude. Daniel Fernandez, cum laude. Valeria Valentina Heredia Crespo, magna cum laude. Lamia Rahman, Dayasagar Kazavan, Jordan James Mosley, Victor Seema, magna cum laude. Eric Joseph Cooper Frankel, magna cum laude. Darren David Bonifacio, Daniel Heyun, cum laude. Michelle Zambrano, Cade Brandon Bullen, Shreyal Sharma, cum laude. Haik Sambelian, Christabel Awusua Frimpong, Jose Valle, Alexander Christoph Godfrey Boyd, cum laude. Paul G. Elame, Viswa Poligeta, Ethan Paul Diaz, Ian Anthony Maestri, Swapnil Deb, magna cum laude. Pavna Sahai, Amrit Madabushi, Jason Francis Tencio, Carlos Armando Arroyo, Daniel Turkan, magna cum laude. Rami Mata, Luis Valentino Duarte, cum laude. Ray Carl L. Barte, magna cum laude. Yash Bharat Amin, Lachman Ganes, cum laude. Joshua Hernandez, cum laude. Jostin D. Silva. Israel Andres Alcantara, cum laude. Kevin Chang. Jason F. Fernandez. Kapila Mane, magna cum laude. Nikai Langston Odell Glover. Caitlin Marie Reyes, summa cum laude. Victoria Alexiades, cum laude. Allison Roxana Gamara. Nicholas Zampino. Adriana Marie So, magna cum laude. Paulo Duarte. Isabel Patricia Lopez Paez. Ian Ronald Hawley, magna cum laude. Jonisa Faith Rodriguez, cum laude. Emiris Jermosen, magna cum laude. Jillian Andrea Diaz Juad, magna cum laude. Jay Singh, magna cum laude. Justin Chung. Aaron Jacob Reyes. Min Namgung, magna cum laude. Robert Youssef. Sajid Hassan Chowdhury, summa cum laude. Muhannad Nasser Bata. Fuzail Shahzad, cum laude. Justin Christopher Herbert. Daniel Oliveira Reyes, summa cum laude. Anthony George Leon. Yaneli Sestona, summa cum laude. Hector Jr. Garcia. Sydney Marie Dizon. Leonardo Matute, cum laude. Alexandra Vucenovich. Faith Maxine Leverett, Albert Dorman Honors College. Sarah Alexandra Saloom, summa cum laude. Daniel Mihal Pol, cum laude. Robert Marino Valdez. Amir Hafez Nazal. Andrew Jr. Romario Glanville, cum laude. Truong Duc Dan, summa cum laude. Ahmad A. Ode. Nancy Mintesh Kumar Ajmera. Lucas Marin Lebron, cum laude. Mohsin Imtiaz. Riley B. McFarlane. Mekat Hadi. Ismail Sakande. Aman Bukhari. Herman Pascal Tanko. Lucas Harry Havriliak, cum laude. Daniel Antonio Guerrero, magna cum laude. Neelish Kumar Patel, cum laude. Michael Marut. Tirth Patel. Summer Sabrina Yagubi, Albert Dorman Honors College. Isra Osmani, cum laude. Melvin Burko. Jinan Hussein, cum laude. Marvelous Onyechia Basi. Sana Abdul, magna cum laude. Khalid Itani, cum laude. Michael Ryan Bareka. Hirad Sharifian, magna cum laude. Chenille Rose. Emmanuel Lawal, magna cum laude. Terrell D. Spence, summa cum laude. Wisdom Uchenna Ihuoma. Kimora Stowe. Shayla Kristen Jermosin Pereira. Vladislav Hivrenko, cum laude. Ahmed Uali Alami. Kelly Kastine Kemgang Inzale. Sami Kuloglu. Sandra Epi Kang, magna cum laude. Yasin M. Shader. Hejun Lim, magna cum laude. Aiden Barrera, magna cum laude. Derek Vasquez Enriquez, cum laude. Rajan Tripathi. Rhea Jayant Jain. Irfan Ali Rathor. Sabie U. Qureshi. Hussein Atarwala. Sidra Ahmed, magna cum laude. Mark A. Youssef. Paridi Hardwaj, cum laude. Kevin Morancho. Stanley R. Saint. Phil Kevin Castrichonis Carbonell, magna cum laude. Tausif Ahmed Chowdhury, magna cum laude. Andrew Dalmetto. Nicole Perez. Eric Jose Gomez. Shahadat Hossein Anadil, magna cum laude. Aiden Gallagher, magna cum laude. D. Angelo Morales. Mina L. Abdelmalak. Colleen R. Tolentino. Tyrese J. May. Hajar Mustafa Shaheen. Michael Kima. Tasneem El Morsi, cum laude. Raymond Zachary Holt. Andrea Molinet. Ricardo Rodriguez Sanchez. Jose Daniel Paredes, cum laude. Nathaniel Jack Giordano. Sadman Mazumdar. George Andrew Tipton. Oscar Garma. Harsh Mystery. Francesca Vargas. Druvin Baratbai Rana, cum laude. Bilal F. Mbaby. Isha Manojbai Rana. Andres Camilo Tovio Pabon, cum laude. Preet Shah. Omar A. Hassan. Shazeb Khan. Shadman Uddin. Alanor Salih. Sally Chick. Adonis Pujols, magna cum laude. Edmund Ngai. Jonathan Martinez. Mateusz Bobkowski. Moner Wissa. Sidra Dakel. Albert Dorman Honors College. David Assad. Alex Javier Alobuela Guaman. Andrew Anil George, cum laude. Stephen Paul Alobuela Guaman. Rainer Prescott Fricanishi, Marzier Williams, Rishu Patel, Mahmoud Ezat, cum laude, Clarissa Antoinette Furtado, Hamza Alzik, Rafael Joseph Moncayo Holganza, cum laude, Joel Morales, Sparsh Amitkumar Gandhi, cum laude, Ibeth L. Fernandez, Mariano Ramos, Jorge Daniel Quinto, Paulo C. Bellamy, Adrian Owusu, Lizeth Wendy Lino, magna cum laude, Mahir Vora, Daniel Eduardo Montoya, Hector Saucedo Soledad, magna cum laude, Matthew V. Moncayo, magna cum laude, Johnny Braxton Gilliam, Hung Tuan Mai, Kelvin Nilante Bruce, John Obiora Anikbogu, Patricia Gizar, Darshika Patel, Ian A. Espinal, Ravi Rakesh Panagar, Kritik Jitendra Darji, Attila Demirji, Dhruv Manish Patel, summa cum laude, Carlos Sebastian Fuentes, Ravi Ishverlal Patel, Valerie Gnim, cum laude, Salma Faiz, Jaden Blede Zohore, Marva Mustafa Mansour, Emmanuel Stephen Garcia, Michael Matthew Carter, magna cum laude, Anastasia Caitlin Bayless, Hari Sunil Nair, Ahmed Abu Ayad, Ali Y. He, magna cum laude, Sandra Londi, Paula Gabriela Gonzalez Triana, Pater Farg, cum laude, Sharushan Kumarasan, magna cum laude, Brad Z. Vicente, summa cum laude, Oluwaseyi S. Odetunde, Sandeep Adhikari, Vikas Tejal Shah, Varun Sabaneni, cum laude, Frank Sebastian Santos, Declan Michael O'Shea Blanchard, cum laude, Miki E. Arefine, cum laude, Tiffany Yang, cum laude, Nathalie Marie Jose Villa, Koi Vu Dui, magna cum laude, Hung Kwok Tran, cum laude, James Hers, Abiodun Odufuye, Martin A. Solomon, magna cum laude, Nagy Fawad. Wasam Georgie, cum laude. Daniel Oliver Youssef. Daniel Mikhail.
Everyone, please join me in congratulating our newest graduates. Graduates, upon completion of your degrees, NJIT is now your alma mater. So, at this time, would everyone please stand for the singing of the alma mater by the NJIT A Cappella student group called the Gigabeats. As they get set up here, please, if you are able to, please sing along with the lyrics on the screen or on your red handout.
To alma mater fair and great, our voices now we raise. Our gratitude we demonstrate, her steady torch we praise. Her challenge on us ever falls, a world of knowledge calls. In heart and mind our trust will bind to our NJIT. We'll hold her memory ever dear, her spirit will revere. To her we promise loyalty, our own NJIT.
Please be seated. Graduates, today is your day. What you have achieved by accomplishing this goal is extraordinary. This is a milestone you have worked toward for many, many years. So I want you to look around this arena. Look around. Take it all in and commit this memory, commit this moment to your memory because you have made it. You should feel incredibly proud of yourself, but remember that you did not get here alone. There are people who help make your success possible by offering emotional, intellectual, and even financial support throughout your journey. Please stand and join me in a round of applause for those not wearing caps and gowns today, the parents, the grandparents, spouses, siblings, children, friends, faculty, and mentors who have helped you reach this milestone. Graduates, you completed a rigorous curriculum, regardless of your major, and demonstrated the ability to work, to learn, to lead, to collaborate, and to solve really challenging problems. Many of you serve the community, enrich our university by participating in clubs and activities, and represented NJIT at the highest levels of academic and athletic competition. Among you are students who won Fulbright and other prestigious national and international fellowships. Several published scholarly papers in peer-reviewed journals, and earned academic and athletic accolades that brought distinction to NJIT. Some of you started successful businesses while completing your degree, and many of you have accepted to the nation's top graduate programs, including here at NJIT. Others have accepted offers at world-renowned companies such as J&J, AECOM, and many, many more, while some may still be exploring and weighing options. Regardless of where your next step takes you, rest assured that you are prepared to seize the opportunities that await. I am confident you will be successful in your own ways because you are an extraordinary group that will accomplish remarkable things. Remember to pursue noble goals and use your talents to lift others and improve our world. That is how you lead a life of consequence. Also understand that you are building upon a foundation that was created by previous generations of Highlanders, and that you are contributing to the legacy of our great university. Now, we have arrived at the moment you all have been waiting for. Graduates, again, please rise to celebrate the culmination of your journey with the concluding tradition of this commencement ceremony. Okay, ready? First, the conferral of your degrees. On behalf of the members of the Board of Trustees, I congratulate you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of New Jersey and delegated by the Board of Trustees of the New Jersey Institute of Technology, and upon the recommendation of the faculty of the university, I do hereby confer upon each of you the degree to which you are entitled, together with all the rights, honors, and privileges thereunto appertaining. Graduates of the class of 2026, congratulations! Second, your tassel is moved from the right to the left as you receive your degrees, and it will always remain on the left, closest to your heart, as NJIT's newest alumni. Graduates, you may now switch your tassel to the left side. Before I invite you to participate in the final tradition, when the commencement ends, I would like to ask graduates to remain in their seats until the bagpipers, stage party, and faculty have passed, and you are escorted from your row by an usher. Okay? Now, for the moment we've all been waiting for. Many years of hard work culminate at this point. On the count of 3, don't do this yet. On the count of 3, I want you to toss your cap in the air. All right? On the count of 3. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
I can see you may want to go up there. Crank it up. So you know how to have a good time. I'm jealous. I was in the corner. I was put in the corner. You were just jealous? I was.
My mama called, see you on TV, sunset done change.